Hello everyone, this is Herb from World of Walt coming to you live from Epcot at Walt Disney World. I have a fast pass for Living with the Land, so let's go check it out. It's a very nice Saturday morning here in Epcot. Mid-70s, going to get up to mid-80s today. Sunny, few clouds out. Beautiful day to be here at Epcot. The Flower and Garden Festival still in swing here. Topiaries, flowers all over. Hello, Phil and Emmy. Thanks for joining. Glad you could be with me for a little stroll through Epcot. Christine, good morning. And Amy, hello to you. Hi, Emmy. All right, Fountain is straight ahead and Spaceship Earth. We're going to walk through Future World, hang a right, and go check out Living with the Land. I've had some connectivity issues for Living with the Land in the past. I'm hoping that we're going to have a good broadcast today. We'll see what happens. Hi, Russ. Thanks for being here. Happy Saturday morning to you. Jimmy from Texas. Hello. Yvonne, good morning from Idaho. Hi, Dawn. Good morning to you. Emily's got 75 days to go. I'll be here before you know it. 20-minute standby wait for Spaceship Earth. So that suggests to me the park is pretty crowded today, although there are often longer lines for Spaceship Earth earlier in the morning. Hi, Paul. Thanks for being here. Kelly says, Mrs. Disney World, it's been a month since she's been here. Hope you get to return soon. Brenda says, Living with the Land is a favorite. I really like it too. Normally the wait isn't too bad. Most people are heading over to Soarin', but it's fun. Even though the attraction hasn't really changed much over the years, it's still fun to see what Disney did with that pavilion. Definitely fits old school Epcot and the idea of entertainment and education. A lot of flowers out today. Emmy says it sounds windy. It is a little windy today. Sorry if that's picking up on the microphone. But yeah, there's a lot of wind right here. Mary from Oregon, hello to you. Hope says, save Spaceship Earth for your time walking out of the park. I agree. A lot of people see it as soon as they walk in. They figure it's the first thing they should do. But normally that's when the line is the longest. If you're able to take in Spaceship Earth later in the day, often save a lot of time. Sorry for all the wind noise, everyone. Hello, Judy. Phil is singing the Living with the Land theme song. Sing it out loud, Phil. Alright, Fountain View Starbucks straight ahead. If anybody needs a little jolt of caffeine, this is the place to go. We're going to hang a right. We're going to head over to the Land Pavilion. Debbie says she likes how big Epcot is. Yeah, you can definitely get a couple miles in on your Fitbit. That's a lot of steps. Leslie, hello to you. Hi, Anita. Thanks for joining. Welcome to Epcot. All right, I can see the Land Pavilion straight ahead. Cindy's got a month to go. Don says, loves the broadcast. Thank you very much. Appreciate that you are tuning in. Makes it a lot more fun. can see that the palm trees are getting sort of blown around straight ahead. Alexandria, good morning to you from West Virginia. Stacy from Lynchburg, Tennessee. Thanks for tuning in. I'm hoping that the internet connection will hold up. We will see what happens. Sometimes as I enter into different buildings around Disney property, the connection will go out, but usually it'll come back. So fingers crossed, we'll have a good connection here today. Kristen from, is that RI, Rhode Island, I think? Went by pretty fast, sorry about that. Debbie asked the temperature. I checked right before I started the broadcast. It was, I believe, 76. The forecast to get up to maybe 83, 84. It's a really pretty day. Florida has not yet cranked up the humidity levels. They're starting to creep up a little bit, but still pretty comfortable. Tina, good morning from the rainy Gulf Coast. Sue from Tennessee, thanks for being here. Tammy, good morning to you. Hope you're having a good day in Maryland. Cindy says, what type of camera do I use? I am using my iPhone and the Facebook app, which allows for a live broadcast. And then to stabilize the picture, I use a gimbal, which is a little device you clip the phone into and it keeps the picture steady. Danielle's going to be here on Wednesday. Good for you. Gail from West Virginia with Logan and Whitley. Hello. All right, we're in. Welcome to the land. So this is interesting. Disney has removed the signs for the environmental movie that played for years and was really quite outdated. They're now no longer showing that. I understand they're using the space for other purposes, rehearsal space, that sort of thing. Lorna from Seattle, Washington. Robin says it's nice here today. It is very nice here today. Dana from Panama City, hello. Garden Grill, straight ahead. Had a chance to eat there. Good place to meet with Chip and Dale. Goofy too, I think. Seth from Grand Prairie, Texas. Thank you for being here. All right, down the escalator. Faith from Michigan, good morning. All right, looks like we got a 20-minute wait. Hopefully my fast pass will work. Let's try it out. Hey, success. Cindy says, loves the place. Paul from Tallahassee, hello. Okay, I've got a line of people waiting to get in here. Billy Joe Doman says, Soren is the best. It is a good one. Bob knows the Veggie Fruit song. The good old days of the Kitchen Cabaret. Sandy from Wikiwachi, Florida. Hello. Thanks for being here on the broadcast. Waiting in line to go on Living with the Land. Fingers crossed that the Internet connection will hold up. Kate is a fan. Christopher going in November with some family and friends. Sounds like fun. Hope you have a good trip. Todd landed in Florida last night. Hope you had a good flight. Emmy, thank you for all the thumbs up. Wesley, a former cast member, now in Phoenix, Arizona. Hope you had a good experience working for the Disney company. Holly says this is a favorite ride. Kathy's home from surgery. I hope you're doing well. All right, we're getting pretty close. Should be just a few more minutes before we get to board our boat. Check out Living with the Land. Thanks for being here, everyone. Appreciate all the thumbs up and especially all the shares. It's a great way to get the word out. Shirley says this is her husband's favorite. Jennifer said Food Rocks was a favorite. Lewis, any news on new attractions? There's a lot of stuff happening. So Guardians of the Galaxy is going into the former Universe of Energy. Ratatouille is coming to the France Pavilion. New Tron coaster over at the Magic Kingdom. So a lot of preparations for the 50th anniversary coming up in just a few years. 2021. Hard to believe the park's been around here for nearly 50 years now. All right, we're almost there. Hey, Lisa from Boston. Thank you.
Por su seguridad, permanezca sentado con sus manos y brazos, pies y piernas dentro del barco y cuida a los pequeñitos. A manera de recordatorio, no tomar fotos con flash y luz de video.
All right, so once we get started, I'll be quiet so everybody can hear the narration. Just a minute away from loading. Kate, thank you for the share. The murals in this area are really beautiful. Minerva says, thanks for sharing. Thank you for watching. Okay, here's our chariot.
Welcome to Living with the Land. As you board the boat, please lower your head and watch your step. For your safety, remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat at all times. Parents, please supervise your children and refrain from flash photography or using video lights until we reach the greenhouses. Thank you. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy Living with the Land.
Por su seguridad, permanezca sentado con sus manos y brazos, pies y piernas dentro del barco y cuida a los pequeñitos.
Okay,
a manera de
ride.
recordatorio, no tomar fotos con flash y luz de video antes de llegar a Ninaldero.
Welcome to a voyage of discovery and awareness of the richness, the diversity, and the often surprising nature of living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life. beneath the surface of the land reach trap water from the flowing mud, extracting precious nutrients and minerals. These elements, when combined with sunlight, create the diverse living systems of our planet. One of those living systems is the rainforest, home to the most amazing concentration of life on our planet. These dense and beautiful forests cover only a tiny portion of the Earth's surface, but they contain more than half of its plant and animal species. Rainforests are also extremely rich and productive living systems, providing us with oxygen, food, medicines, and other elements essential to our lives. In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The plants and animals that have learned to survive in these harsh conditions make use of what little water they can find and avoid the scorching rays of the relentless sun. The American prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil that would one day become home to the American farm. Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for a growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. In our search for more efficient ways to grow food, we often fail to realize the impact of our methods. Today, we're learning to live with the land, discovering better ways to grow food that will assure both human and environmental well-being.
Here at Epcot, we're learning to reduce the need for pesticides by using natural predators like ladybugs and wasps to control pests. In Japan, we're learning that by adding composted leaves and other plant material to our soil, we can reduce the need for fertilizers. In farmlands across America, we're learning that by plowing under vegetation containing natural fertilizers, we can enrich the soil without the use of chemicals. In Saudi Arabia and Mexico, we're learning to produce food without pesticides.
How will we meet tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land? Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. To help us maintain these carefully controlled ecosystems, and for your safety, please remain seated in your boat at all times. Welcome to our living laboratories, where scientists from Epcot and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. These are just a few of the edible plants that have been an important source of nutrition for people living in the tropics. Many are rich in vitamins and minerals, while others are well adapted to growing in less than ideal conditions. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking. One day, many of these lesser-known tropical plants may be as important as the bananas growing on both sides of the boat. More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world. When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish, but fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our small fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World. Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to produce bountiful harvests and still protect natural resources. While there are more than 50,000 edible plant species in the world, most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here, wheat, maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yields of these staples is an important goal of research around the world. These plants are definitely on their way up. Innovative growing techniques like these increase yields while more efficiently using resources like water, fertilizer, and pesticides. Another innovation at work here is our integrated pest management program. By populating our greenhouses with beneficial insects that prey on harmful pests, like aphids and flies, we are significantly reducing our reliance on conventional pesticides. We're growing these crops using our nutrient film system. This technique precisely controls and recycles water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area. Some of our best ideas have been inspired by nature, like these fruit and vegetable trees. By growing these ground plants vertically, we can increase yields and better control diseases. These crops taste as good as they look. In fact, we serve more than 15 tons of produce from our greenhouses in restaurants here at the land every year. The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less. In our lab, Epcot scientists are working with the U.S. Department of Agriculture on a number of innovative projects. The goal of these efforts is to produce higher yielding and better quality plants. These greenhouses represent just a fraction of the work being done worldwide to produce bountiful harvests for our growing population. Scientists, farmers, and even backyard gardeners are doing their part to improve the quantity and quality of foods that we all rely upon. Together, we can continue to find more ways to increase food production and protect our precious natural environment. Only then will we truly be living with the land. On behalf of Walt Disney World, we hope you've enjoyed this unique journey through our living laboratories. If you'd like a closer look, then check out the Behind the Seeds walking tour. It's a chance for the whole family to get up close and personal with the plants and growing techniques in our laboratories. Please keep your hands and feet inside the boat and remain seated until the boat comes to a complete stop. Please gather all your personal belongings. Lower your head and watch your step as you exit.
All right, everybody, thanks for going on Living with the Land with me. This is a classic Disney attraction. Hasn't changed too much over the years, but it's been a lot of fun to check out. Thank you. Let's see what the standby time looks like for Soren, and we'll head out. Hi, how are you? Hi. $105 standby for Soren. That's a good long time to wait. Sunshine Seasons is open. Be a good day for a tuna salad. All right, let's head up before we wrap it for today. Appreciate your being here with me. Up the escalator, which gets a lot of work. Debbie said it was fun. Debbie, thank you for tuning in from Cape Cod. Carolyn said it was great. Kimberly says thanks for sharing. Glad to do so. Thank you for being along. All right, we'll say goodbye to the Garden Grill. and we'll head outside before we wrap it up for today. So I saw some people asking about the Behind the Seeds walking tour. I personally have not taken that. I'd love to hear if there are folks on the broadcast who have taken that tour and if you found it worthwhile. It is on my list of things to do. I think it would be pretty interesting to get to see some of the behind-the-scenes pieces of living with a lamb. So if you've been on the behind-the-scenes walking tour, I would love to hear what you think. Glenn says, thanks for making your day. You are welcome. Appreciate your being here. Debbie says, awesome to watch weekly. Thank you for tuning in. Cheryl from Punta Gorda, Florida. Hello. Hey, Jeff says, loves the videos. Thank you for watching. Thanks for checking out the land with me. Hannah says, am I going to take you on the Slinky Dog coaster? I sure hope so. So the Toy Story Land opening date is officially June 30th. I actually just got notice of media events the 2 days leading up to it, the 28th and 29th. So I'm very much looking forward to covering the opening of Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Denise said, loved behind the scenes. Emily said it was great, worth doing, reasonably priced. Yeah, the pricing for the Behind the Scenes walking tour does seem like a pretty good value, all things considered. We're going to take a quick right over here. We'll swing by the Imagination Pavilion before we wrap it up for today. Cindy says, thanks, you're welcome. So thank you everyone for tuning in today on live broadcast on Saturday from Epcot, Living with the Land. Here's the shameless plug. If you'd like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Appreciate everybody who is a member of the Pin of the Month Club. Marching band going by, that's not something you see very often at Epcot. Interesting. Emily says, loves checking out the videos, especially when it's raining in the UK. Glad that you enjoy them. All right, everyone. I think this is going to wrap it up for today. Thank you again for joining me live from Epcot. Thanks, as always, for all the thumbs ups and the likes. It's a great encouragement to me. I appreciate all the comments, too. It's a lot of fun to be able to speak with everyone. And thanks also for the shares. It's a great way to get the word out. And Facebook likes shares, so I like them too. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And until next time, God bless.